you ever noticed that you feel like you're meant for more in life, but daily distractions keep knocking you off your path? Today, I'm going to share with you 5 spiritual practices to help you stay on your soul's path. So stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Melissa, and I'm your guide to all things spirituality to help you live a life aligned with your purpose and guided by spirit. If that sounds like you, hit that subscribe button. Please like this video if it resonates with you. So today I'm going to share with you 5 spiritual practices that will help you to stay on your soul's path. We each have a niche and purpose in this lifetime. We have things that we have come to work with. It's not that it's all set out in stone and that everything is destined, but there are certain things that you will attract. There are certain types of relationships and opportunities that you will attract based on what you've come to do. This has been a common question that people have asked me lately. Is like, what can be some daily practices to help me stay in alignment? So today I want to share with you the 5 top spiritual practices I recommend. And if you have these as a foundation, you're going to be so much more likely to be able to stay in alignment. And that's really the key to feeling abundant, on purpose, fulfilled. So number 1, and I think actually the most important, is to use the spiritual cleansing technique. Spiritual cleansing is a simple tool that you can practice throughout your day. It just takes less than a minute to do. It's like a quick pick-me-up. It's a tune into spirit. It's getting you back into alignment with your highest vibration of energy. So I'm not going to take the time to explain the whole technique in this video because I have a free training that's available. You can check out the link below. It's at communicatewithangels.com/cleansing, and you can watch that free video where I guide you step by step into how to do this simple but profoundly helpful technique. If you take any classes with me, we cleanse often because when you get into that high vibration state, right, you're so much more likely to be able to get those intuitive impressions, receive guidance, and really be in alignment. Number 2 of these daily spiritual practices is to call in spirit for help and guidance. This is so much simpler than some people realize. You do not have to do any special rituals or practices. You don't have to light a candle. You can if you want. It certainly doesn't hurt. But all you really have to do is have the intention. Say, guides, angels, come close to me. You could say, guides and angels, please send me some healing energy. Guides and angels, please send me some support right now. Make the request, right? One of the keys to manifesting is to ask for help, right? Ask and you shall receive. So ask spirit to come close to you. You have a team of guides, higher souls, who are kind of assigned to you to work with you throughout your life. So they are ready and willing and available to help. You should never feel that you're a burden to them or that you only do the important things, not the little things. They're always there. They're always ready to support you. The second thing I recommend with calling in spirit is to simply ask for their guidance, right? Hey, can you help me? What's the first step toward reaching this goal? Or what's the next thing I can do to unfold my life purpose? When you're asking open-ended questions like that, you're just going to stay open and receptive, right? Be in that quiet space and notice the impressions that come to you. I did this recently where I realized that I had a goal to expand my audience, to expand my reach, to reach more new people. And so with that intention, I meditated one morning with my guides and said, what is your suggestion to help me reach this goal? And I saw a local bookstore in Richmond, Virginia, where I live, that is a spiritual bookstore. And years ago, before COVID, the store had a previous owner but kept the same name, so it's a little bit different now. But years ago, I did actually do classes for that same bookstore with the previous owner. So I said, you know what, I have experience here. Why not ask? What my guide suggested I do was to actually sign up for another person's class that's being offered at the store and invest in their business, right? Be a customer of the business and then say, hey, I also teach classes myself. Would you be interested? And that's exactly what I did. So just this afternoon, before I recorded this video, I said, hey, the timing is right. I drove down there. I signed up for a tarot class, which is something I've never done before, so I'm kind of excited about it. And when I walked in the door, the owner of the store looked right at me and held eye contact and said, hi, how can I help you? And I was a little bit blown away because I know that the owner of the store is not there all the time, but Spirit had backed me, right? Spirit had set it up to the very person that I need to talk to and previously couldn't get hold of when I tried about a year or two ago. She was right there. She held eye contact and I was able to speak with her and just do it in a very relaxed way. I signed up for the tarot class and I said, hey, I also offer classes on these things and I have a lot of experience. Would you be interested? So, and then about 5 minutes after that, she actually left the store to go do something else. So I was in the right place at the right time because I listened to Spirit and I listened to the timing. Now, I don't actually have any idea what the outcome of that will be, and I'm unattached to it, right? This is one of the keys to reaching your goals and staying in alignment with your purpose. You follow the inspiration, you put yourself out there without expectation, right? Without attachment to the outcome. If I never do a class there, okay, great. But at least I followed Spirit's guidance, and I find that a good majority of the time, I get that positive response. You know, I get the opportunity, the client, because I'm listening to Spirit's timing. It's pretty magical. So what is that for you, right? Ask your guides, what's your next step, and see what comes through. If you want some help with actually how to receive messages from your angels, you can do that in 4 different ways through clairaudience, clairvoyance, prophecy, and feeling. Check out my Awaken to the Messages of Your Angels course, right? It's just $37 and it gives you some incredible tools to connect with your guides. My third spiritual practice is to notice your feelings and discern them. Notice all feelings, not in judgment, but in awareness, noticing that you have them. So notice when you're feeling out of sorts and start to discern what is happening there. Ask more questions of yourself, the universe, your guides. If you are feeling really high vibration and in alignment, notice that too, right? Those are the things that are your guidepost. Feelings give you a lot of information. They give you information of when you're in alignment with your purpose, when things feel in flow and high vibration, and they give you information about maybe you're hitting a block or a fear, or maybe you're going down, the wrong path, or you're getting out of alignment. So have that daily practice of noticing feelings and discerning them. My 4th spiritual practice I recommend is to have a daily regrouping practice. I have other videos that go into detail into this, but briefly what I mean is having the opportunity, whether it just be within yourself where you're talking to your angels, or with like-minded people in a spiritual community or spiritual friends, to have the opportunity to share with them what you're going through and how it relates to your spiritual growth. This is really essential. It gets your energy moving. It allows you to outflow old energy and old experiences and to come to solutions and growth from the things that you've been learning. One of the big reasons why people feel their energy is kind of heavy and stagnant is because they don't regroup, right? So be vulnerable, be sharing. Do it with trusted people. You don't have to do it with everyone. Do it with people you trust, but have that daily practice, even if it's just within yourself and your guides. And my 5th daily practice that will really help you to stay aligned with your soul's path is daily visualization or meditation. I'm sure you've heard about this before. And maybe you're like, oh yeah, Melissa, heard it all before. But are you actually doing it? Keep it really simple. What are the desires and goals that you have for yourself right now? If you don't have them, that's going to be your first step, right? What do you really want and desire? Keep updating that regularly. Create a vision board, write down your goals. And so what I do is I look at my list of goals every morning, and then I spend a few moments just visualizing myself experiencing that as if it has already happened. The goal has been accomplished. right? So one of mine now that's really fun is I have a goal to take my son to Universal Studios this summer. We went a couple years ago. We really loved it. And now they've opened a new park. So we have to go again, right? We both loved it so much. And so, but it's an expensive trip, right? These Universal Disney trips, they're not cheap. So I am just visualizing and bringing in that experience and the abundance that I will need to accomplish it by imagining us being there and having fun and seeing it happening, right? You create the energy by your intention. So it's not necessarily the visualizing that's the magical thing. It is actually the bringing in the energy of what you are creating. You could do that in different ways too. But I do think that working with the energy is really, really important. Try it, right? Start having that daily practice. You will notice the difference, believe me. Being in alignment with your life purpose is really the key to feeling happy and fulfilled and abundant in your life. And there are actually 4 spiritual alarms that are innate within us that will let us know when we're getting off track with our unique path and purpose. On Saturday, May 31st, coming up really soon, I'm going to be offering an online workshop with my beautiful friend and colleague, Sondra Kellogg. It's called the 4 Spiritual Alarms. It's going to help you to learn how to recognize when you're getting off your inner pivot point and know the alarms that let you know that that's happening. So then you have the awareness where you can bring it back, you can regroup, you can come back to your spiritual pivot point. And that way you're creating the life, the beautiful life that you deserve. So check out the registration link for that workshop in the comments below. Post any questions you might have about that. And while you're here, check out this video next. It's going to really help you with your spiritual journey.